I'm gonna keep my faith. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep my word on what I said I was gonna do, and I'm gonna deliver. Even though they didn't deliver, I'm gonna do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the type of person I am. My end, I did everything you asked me to do, but when it came to you pulling your end, you know what I'm saying? You left me in the rain. What's up, family? Hope everybody having a blessed day, man. Thank you for tuning in, clicking on this video. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Hope y'all been liking what I've been dropping lately. I hope it brings you some type of value and insight into your life. Um, man, I want to talk about, man, just being grateful and, man, having integrity, man, and always going forward with it, even knowing that someone else could forfeit at any moment, and even if they do and you see it, you still have that air about yourself that you like. You know what? Even though that they violated their commitment, I'm going to stand my ground and keep. I'm gonna keep my faith. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep my word on what I said I was gonna do, and I'm gonna deliver. Even though they didn't deliver, I'm gonna do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the type of person I am, and I did this in this particular instance when it came down to the workplace when I was in the medical industry working in there, and I sacrificed and from the industry I was leaving out of, right? I temporarily left an industry that I was making great money in. I was contented and everything to try out this new skill, right? A new avenue, right? And man, in the end, you know, man, I did everything I was supposed to do. Showed up every single day. Moved up in the company a little bit, um, and took a lot of pay cuts, pay losses, like just doing this stuff, and investing into this trade. And it was okay, but um, man, the guy who was over me, my supervisor, man, like I didn't like the way things ended. We had our differences, but it wasn't a big deal to me, right? Like I'm very non-problematic, and I like to resolve issues and just get over it and go move forward, move past it. You know what I mean? And I thought we were doing that, but on the way out, man, certain things that was outlined were not met. On my end, I did everything you asked me to do, but when it came to you pulling your end, you know what I'm saying, you left me in the rain. You know what I mean? It was just like, damn, I'm not even mad at you. I'm not even mad at you. I forgive you and everything. And this just happened. I left the medical industry about 2 weeks ago. It's gonna be 2 weeks tomorrow, Friday. It'll make 2 weeks since I left, and I haven't been in a rush or anything like that to find new work and to get back into the industry that I left, which I feel like in a way I should never have left to begin with, and I would be way ahead of where I am right now. But it's okay because just for me being who I am and doing what I'm supposed to do, doing what he want me to do, the way he want me to solve the issue, I end up getting more opportunities going forward very quickly. As soon as I got out of that industry, I started seeing instant results and things were like kind of, shifting into my favor. And now we're here to where it's like now I have contracts. I have employment opportunities. I have employers you know hitting me up, asking me to come work for their companies, things like that, in the field that I want to be in as well, doing the type of work that I want to do, paying me very, very well. And some I looked at and overlooked, and some I looked at and like I'm like, yeah, like I'm interested, very interested in this. What are expectations pertaining to this contract? What are the numbers looking like, and what type of workload are you got looking for me to take on? And once I get all that stuff confirmed, everything goes through, information has been submitted, and I'm gonna start. You know what I mean? And all this stuff that happened is gonna be it's gonna be a thing of the past, and it's cool. And I wish no no ill will towards that man, that person, but I ain't gonna lie, I ain't like the way things ended, and I feel like you should have left the situation with more integrity, like I did, not to even, um, you know, brag on myself or toot my own horn, but it's like, man, like from man to man, like, and you being an older man, supposed to be setting an example for me as a younger man, you didn't come through for me, and that shit really rubbed me the wrong way, and I don't think I ever really forget it, but I can forgive him though. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like he just hurt because I left, and I ain't gonna lie, I brought some real genuine energy into that company, into that workspace with those people, individuals I work with my coworkers, and no matter what sector you worked in. Like I rubbed a lot of people the right way, and they love me back for it, every single day. Nah, but what I was saying though was like, man, it's like every day, man. I showed up, showed out, showed love, showed respect, was very genuine. Everybody in there knew my name. Everybody knew my name. You know what I mean? Everybody. And I'm not lying. I'm not faking. Like everybody knew who I was in that building. Everybody. Ain't nobody in there did not know who I was. That was working around in my sector, bro. And even if you was not in the same field that I was in, you were in a different field. It did not matter. You knew my name. And if you see me, you was gonna say what's up. And if I see you, I was gonna say what's up. I was gonna speak. Somebody was gonna speak. We was gonna speak at least once that day, if not twice. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it was. And like it's like a person that I grew into from being in that company. And that's why I don't feel like it was a complete waste because I feel like I got some value out of it and I made some new connections, shook some new hands, which I love. And it was a lot more of me in there, if you know what I mean. And I appreciated that. And it's definitely a learning environment. You can grow in that environment, but it just that company specifically just happened to be a company that just does not like to. They pay on a lower end, which hey, it is what it is. It doesn't. I don't think it completely takes away from the fact that you were a good company. I don't think that just alone by itself is the end all be all. But it's like, damn, man, it's like y'all don't have any room for me to really grow and grow in a decently substantial rate. So it's like I would be really like busting my ass, what I'm saying, just to try to hit ends meet and really can't even save any money. And I'm really not going anywhere. Right? So at the end of the day it's all business and I have things to take care of on my end with my family and things I have to do for my family. So respectfully it was time for me to move on. And that's what I did. If you're watching this video, I appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Thank you. Blessings and butters to you.